Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Positively Uncensored, your favorite reality TV and interview podcast. Today, we will be talking about season 9 cast of Love is Blind. I think I said that out of order, but it's bright and early. I just put a bunch of dry shampoo in my hair, refreshed my coffee, so we're just getting going. But I'm going to be diving into some predictions, potentially some preconceived notions, all of which I reserve the right to change my mind on as the season comes out. And I think that you do the same. Now, before we get into things and look at the cast, today's episode of Positively, excuse me, my first time doing a sponsored ad, and I have a cough. Today's episode of Positively Uncensored is brought to you by Audible. Audible gives you access to thousands of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one place. I love it because as much as I make time to binge reality TV, I always wish I had more time for my ever-growing TBR list. But life and responsibilities seem to get in the way of sinking into a good book. With Audible, I can finally catch up on the stories on my TBR list while I'm driving to work, cooking, or even in the shower. If you've been meaning to read more, but can't find the time, listening with Audible makes it easy. You can try it out for free by heading to the link in the show notes or looking below at the link that's scrolling across the screen. And when you do, you're also supporting the show. This is my first sponsor. So I'm excited. I love Audible. I also love to read. Without further ado, let's talk about the cast. How do I bring this up? Boom. There we go. I haven't looked at the Love is Blind cast yet. So this will be my first reaction, my live reaction. I haven't watched the casting video. I haven't looked through the people. So you are going to get my full reaction and we can judge things together. I'm going to start by watching the video. That way I have a little more context as I look through the people. And I will say that I think Netflix updated their bios overnight just because yesterday when I checked, there was no description. It was just how old they were and what they did for work. Now we know what their sign is and a little biography about each person. So I'm glad that I decided to do this today instead of yesterday. Let's watch the cast and let's react.
I'm feeling all of the emotions in the whole world.
Nervous, excited, optimistic.
Why wouldn't I meet my future husband on the other side of a wall? In previous relationships, I was often told, you're doing too much. And that's something I'm not willing to sacrifice, is changing who I am.
If I have to sacrifice my family to be with someone, I don't believe that would end up being a true love.
My spiritual faith, I just would want somebody who shares some sort of spirituality.
Emotional vulnerability. I want to make sure that we're always honest with each other at the end of the day.
Not feeling great about Nick. Nick's the first person where I'm like, you come across a little bit like, what's his name? Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, but we'll see.
Poker tournaments, because that is a really big part of my life. I enjoy competing for really high stakes and making high pressure decisions. My path.
Well, that's fair, but a joint bank account might be out for Patrick.
Passion to be around other people that are also excited to live life to the fullest. I also love dried mangoes, so I wouldn't give those up either.
Okay, he's a dried fruit lover. I'm sure that there's something to be taken away from that.
It would be their room smelling like they're a college athlete. I have yet to understand why we're almost 30 and your room still smells like you played football.
Being disrespectful to their parents or being really messy.
Jealousy, someone who's controlling. I mean, and then there's the obvious gamers. I'm sorry. Who's gamer?
She's beautiful. I don't like the dress.
Gaming, it totally gives me the ick.
When I graduated high school, there was 25 kids in my
Don't like this outfit at all either.
class. I'm a really small town girl. I love to travel, but my roots are definitely in a small town.
That I beat all the boys in fantasy football.
Why is everybody wearing those boxed dresses? Is that a thing in Denver? I feel like I haven't seen that many dresses in that style in a long time.
I eat my boogers. Might be a little too much, but I do eat them.
Presently, Edmond.
in a small town.
That I beat all the boys in fantasy football.
I eat my boogers.
Oh my God, like he should have taken that to the grave. I don't know how I feel about that. Why are you disclosing that right away? What do you get out of eating your boogers? Are you dependent on it nutritionally at this point? Does it bring you nostalgia from when you were a child? Does it taste good? Like, Edmond, oh my God, thank God I'm not the only person that's grossed out by that. He eats his what? Cancel the show now. Thank you, Kiki. TTV, why would he say that? Exactly. I'm drinking my coffee too. Why? And the fact that he referred to that in present tense. Edmond.
Might be a little too much, but I do eat them.
I do eat them. Not I did eat them. I do. Ugh.
Bought it my home a few years ago. It's actually for the dog. she was getting a little big.
English is not even my first language. I grew up overseas in Russia.
So most people wouldn't know that I have a blinding eye condition. There's a good chance that I will go blind at some point in my life. This experiment is more than just an experiment for me because it stimulates what my life could be.
My friends and family.
First of all, that's sad. And second of all, why did they like, I'm sure, that's so sad. That's so sad.
Family would describe me as.
Why would they have that emotional clip in there? Like, while everybody else is sharing like lighthearted things. I guess that's what I mean. Like, they're like, okay, well, we're going to use your trauma. Edmond, we're going to use your nose picking. Okay, this is Anastasia.
Very grounded and sympathetic.
I think they would just describe me as like a big heart.
A bubbly, fun person who thinks that they're funny.
Confident.
All three people that we just watched were really good looking.
An independent and a badass woman.
Energetic and just
confident, independent, badass woman. I like those adjectives.
an overall fun person to be around.
I'm looking for someone that's secure and ready to have an exciting life together.
And she laughs at my jokes and I laugh at her, and we just kind of are on the same page with our humor.
Someone who
Okay, wait, I have to go back because I'm still like mentally on. And see, that's why that was like a hell of a clip to pick for her. I'm still like mentally on that. I haven't even really digested anything else. What did Michael say? He has a big heart, right?
I think they would just describe me as like a big heart.
A bubbly,
He's 41. I think he's the oldest contestant we've seen so far.
fun person who thinks that they're funny.
Confident.
She's 39. She's absolutely stunning.
An independent and a badass woman.
Energetic and just an overall fun person to be around.
I'm looking for someone that's secure and ready to have an exciting life together.
First, not boxy dress. Not the first, but one of them for the white women.
And she laughs at my jokes and I laugh at her, and we just kind of are on the same page with our humor.
Someone who is nice and
the last guy looks like he would be in a business fraternity.
And respectful.
Someone who's smart, someone who's funny, someone who's ambitious, athletic, because I love to play sports.
Someone who's consistent with outlook on life and just kind of a positive person.
Somebody that
inspires
me to be a better person.
Boxy dress again. What is this style dress? If this is in, by the way, the women are all gorgeous, but this style dress, I really don't like it. It's really reminding me of early 2000s.
And somebody that I can do the same for.
Someone that compliments me well, and honestly, just someone who's nice and not mean to me.
I think
Someone who compliments me well, someone who's nice and not mean to me. I might have some thoughts on him, but I'll save them until I see the bios.
thing that could potentially get on my partner's nerves is I tend to be a fixer. I like to fix things.
Probably be sarcastic, probably too much.
My eating habits, and I'll just tell you guys. So my go-to breakfast is 8 ounces of cooked chicken breast and 32 ounces of water, put in a blender with some lemonade Mio.
Get him out. Get him out. Immediately, I almost said get him out as soon as he said he ate chicken, like cooked chicken. I don't know what the fuck you just said, boiled chicken for the morning, but then you're going to put it in the blender with water and lemonade Mio. That's torture. You're giving yourself a sentence. That's like a self-hatred, a self-loathing, if you will. He also looks like Patrick Bateman. He also kind of looks like he would be related to Zach, aka Zach and Bliss. Like they sort of look like they could be cousins. He's looking like someone else, but it will come to me at a later time.
I know it's gross, but just trying to get my protein in.
Love movies. I love movie quotes then, so I do speak a lot of quotes.
Sometimes I will whistle. It gets annoying, I'm sure.
He looks like a promoter.
This experience definitely has me excited and hopeful.
This is my time. This is my moment.
I'm excited. I'm ready to get in there and
Push away looks and
Hopefully meet the love of my life.
That's it.
Was that bad? Was that okay?
Yeah, is that okay?
I was attracted to less than 5 men there. I'm going to say that. Let's go through. And those were action shots. Like that wasn't just their like still photo. However, we'll see. What's this guy's name? Starting with Anton, he's 29 years old and in transportation logistics. I already know that the scrolling is going to be a little annoying on here and that banner is always going to come up, so I just apologize. He's an Aquarius, immediately a red flag. As an Aquarius, Aquarius men are typically red flags. Dependent on the person. My dad's an Aquarius and he's fabulous, but every other Aquarius man that I've ever met is absolutely diabolical. Anton's biggest turn on is somebody who's willing to open up, share their life story, and be sincere. Feeling that connection is very important to me. Anton's life story, by the way, started in Russia. Oh, okay. So I don't have any experience with any non-American Aquarius. Let's say that. He spent his childhood there, and though it may surprise the women he dates in the pods, English isn't his first language. While his dates won't be able to see him in the pod, Anton has a few tattoos, some of which he gave himself. He's ready to make an even more permanent decision and marry a woman who's family-oriented and wants to settle down, hopefully with a dog, though he'll readily admit that vaping is his worst habit. When it comes to relationships, you'll never see Anton blowing smoke. My friends and family would describe me as very truthful, and that's probably my greatest quality. Okay, Anton could be fabulous. He actually could be fabulous. I'll save my opinions. What's the chat saying? Chat, I need to know what you're thinking of Anton. This is a joint collaboration experience, unless you're driving or at work, in which case just ignore me. Okay. Up next is Boots. I'm going to call him Boots, beige Boots. He loves this color. This I don't even know what color to call this potentially, but he really loves this color. I see we're back in the territory of a skinny jean and large boots. I think we were in the same territory last season. Blake is 34. He's an accountant and an Aries. As an April Fool's Day baby, Blake knows how to take a joke, but he's never been more serious about finding a partner. In the pods, women who are interested in different perspectives will capture his attention. I find curiosity very attractive. Inquisitive minds go a long way in helping to pull Blake out of his shell. I'm a little more introverted than most people would expect. I process things internally. Up until now, Blake has prioritized his career over romantic relationships, but he's finally ready to focus full time on finding love. This experiment makes that goal very attainable, he says. Speaking of goals, Blake has already accomplished a lot in his life. He's most proud of owning a home where his beloved Bernese Mountain Dog, Mabel, calls the shots. Cute. Anyone hoping to become a dog mom to Mabel must enjoy what Blake calls stereotypical Denver things, especially hiking. As someone who's not from Denver, I have no idea what that means. Okay. Russian men typically don't date American women, so that will be exciting to see. This will be exciting to see. Let's see. I just realized that they have their Instagrams linked on their bio, so let's take a small gander. His photos look like stock photos that somebody would catfish and Neve would go and talk to on Catfish. Like that's what his photos look like. His dog is adorable. It looks like he's very much loving the outdoors. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Blake. He has a picture with President Barack Obama. Okay, Blake. Like, fine. We'll wait and see. I don't know. Didn't expect to see that. Like, oh wait, there's, oh my God. Like it's a whole slideshow. Wow. Okay, this is really interesting. I have no idea what Blake's story is, but I'm really interested now. And I'm so glad that I clicked to go to their Instagrams. Am I going to go back? No, I'm going to keep going on because there's 30 something contestants. Moving right along. I need to move my microphone because I literally can't see half of the screen. Sorry if that made a noise. Okay, what's this guy's name? Brendan. This guy's name is Brendan. He does have a beautiful smile, white trainers on. Okay, Brendan looks like he would be in finance, and he is. Brendan's a 32-year-old finance manager, and he is a Leo. We wonder if he's a August or July Leo. Solution-oriented Brendan, I think he's the one that said that fixing things might be a problem for his partner, is always looking for ways to fix everything, but at least he's no fixer-upper. Brendan actually has a master's degree, which he earned while working full-time. Plus, his friends and family describe him as caring, compassionate, and funny. So far, though, he's been unlucky in love. Maybe because he was born on Friday the 13th. So we have an April Fool's baby and a Friday the 13th baby. Dating in Denver, or Menver, as others call it, has been tough since there are so many more single men than women. Sounds like Charleston. Entering the pods, he's looking to meet a best friend who's respectful of others and makes him laugh, which is the key to his heart. I have a lot of love to give, he says. I just haven't met the right person. Let's take a look at Brendan's Instagram. Oh, Brendan looks cute with the mustache. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Oh my God, he only has like 5 pictures. Perfect. Perfect. He has 687 followers. I don't know. That sounds pretty good. Moving right along. Up next, we have Chase. Chase is 29 years old, and he also looks like he would be in finance or tech. Let's see what he's in. He's a water treatment consultant. He's also wearing the skinny jeans, white this time with boots. He's a Gemini. Don't sleep on Chase. No, really, because he adheres to a strict 9:30 p.m. bedtime and wakes up at 5 a.m. to fill his day with lots of activities. After spending the last 8 months solo traveling around Southeast Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, he's ready to share a suitcase with someone special. And if she has a taste for adventure, even better, Chase has bungee jumped, biked 450 miles along the coast of California, and recently earned his dive master in scuba diving. Ocean activities are really beautiful to share with a partner. In the pods, he's looking to match with a sweetheart who shares his sense of humor and active lifestyle. If the right woman is there, he'll be ready to dive deeper than the coral reefs. Okay, lots of stuff about water for Chase. Let's see his Instagram. What is this? Okay. He's very pale. He's not cute, but he looks like a frat boy. Does anybody else agree? I think he looks like a frat boy. Do I have any predictions for him? No. I think half of these people won't even be in the main thing. Continuing on, he does have a TikTok, which makes me wonder, and I will look at later, because that means that he's at least a little bit into social media or wants to be after the show, which fair. Okay, up next is Dayo. Dayo is wearing an all black suit and some black shoes. He's 30 and an IT advisor and a Sagittarius. Originally from the UK, I thought I heard a British accent. Dayo settled down in Denver, but has yet to find love stateside. His charming English accent will immediately make him stand out in the pods, but it's what's on the inside that matters most. Dayo's looking for a partner to inject some optimism into the everyday. An overly negative person gives me the ick. I need some positivity in my life. Love that. His friends and family would say he's still single because he's picky. Dayo, on the other hand, claims he simply wasn't ready for a serious relationship until now. Determined to trade in the casual for the consistent, he hopes to meet a loyal person he can count on to stick around even when time gets tough. Dayo tends to be tardy. He's missed more than a couple of flights in his life, but perhaps he'll find someone for whom he's worth the wait. Okay, love that. Sagittarius. Okay, let's see. He only has 519 followers. He's only following 541 people. I love that too much negativity gives him the ick. I have a good feeling about Dayo. Let's look at his photos. His family is beautiful. This was in Nigeria. He has the location tagged. This is him in Thailand. Wow. Okay, so whoa. This is him in Tokyo. He explores. He is exploring. This is him in Nassau, Bahamas. Oh my God, Winter Park Ski Resort. He's out there and traveling. He must be making the good money in IT. I love him. I love him. This is the first person that I've been excited about. Picky might be code for something else. And I'm seeing the comments and seeing a little bit of a different perspective. Sounds like a typical Nigerian man. I don't know what that means, but let's go back. I'm sure that other people who watch the videos who are also Nigerian may have their opinions, but me as a white woman, I have no opinion on that. I think he seems really cute, and I like that. I don't like a skinny man. I don't like a skinny man. I like that he's like kind of stocky. I like that. Okay, let me make sure that I'm sharing the correct tab. Moving down. Next up, we have Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N, as opposed to D-I-L-L-O-N. I wish that there was people who like made videos about like, instead of what your sign means, like what the pronunciation of your name means, because I would even like to see a video on Leah's and the way that they're spelled. But he reminds me of Sam from The Bachelor. If you watch Sam Jen season, you probably recognize the kind of vibe that I'm talking about immediately. Is he? No, he's from Denver. Okay, 32. He's a financial analyst, and we have another Gemini. Gemini men. All right, all right. Not that that's exciting. Dylan is constantly quoting The Office, and he'd like to meet someone who shares his sense of humor. You could say he's looking for the Pam to his Jim, or maybe it's more like, okay, blah, blah, blah. Angela to his Dwight, because he admits he can be a bit weird. More importantly, he needs his partner to be an active and goal-oriented go-getter who's always trying to find a better version of themselves. Are you doing the same, Dylan? But after 4 years of being single, Dylan isn't willing to settle for less than he thinks he deserves. He just so happens to have attended the same elementary school as Warren Buffett, so of course, ambition's important to him. The fuck cares about that? Like, okay. Fuck does that mean? Dylan is a no for me. This is, well, let's see. I mean, that's kind of cute and quirky. Dylan thinks he's cute and quirky, and for some reason that bothers me. I can't say why, but just like for some reason that bothers me. So, Dylan, I don't have. Oh God, this is the guy who said he eats his boogers. Okay, Edmond. Edmond is 29. He's a realtor in a Libra. I can barely take anything about Edmond, like, because the boogers is just what keeps coming in. Like, if you play that game where you're like, he's 29, he's a realtor, he's tall, he's 6'7", but he eats his boogers, it would be an absolute no. Okay. So the fact that he said that, if other women find out, I'm curious what their reaction is going to be. Energetic Edmond knows he can be, well, a lot. When I go out with my friends and it's popping, I'm just in the moment, having the greatest time, but I could see how that could possibly get on my partner's nerves. Okay, so he's the life of the party. If that happens, you can ask him to take it down a few notches, but never tell Edmond to slow his roll, because his biggest passion in life is rollerblading. And when he gets going on his skates, he's faster than all the cars on a city street. Rollerblading is the one thing he'd never be willing to give up for a girl, that or gummy bears. After earning his master's degree, Edmond moved to Colorado from his home state of West Virginia. Now he's looking for someone compassionate, friendly, and down to earth to join him for his next chapter. It's cool that he rollerblades. Yes, the gummy bears, I guess. Let's look at Edmond's thing. What is this? I don't know. It's taking too long to get to the phone. Okay, let's see him skating. I mean, that's cool. I wonder if he ever does both, you know? And by both, I mean, I wonder if he ever picks his boogers and if he ever rollerblades while he's doing it. Edmond, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to actually say something nice about Edmond. Edmond, you might be a lovely person, but unfortunately, they turned your casting tape into a joke. And I get that you like to be a goofball and you like to have a good joke, but they turned your casting tape and what they're showing us into a joke. And unfortunately, because of that, it's also kind of like a gross joke, you know? So I'm not sure what your future is in this franchise, but you have a small part to play, because why would you say that, Edmond? Okay. Moving along to shades of brown, 50 shades of brown. Okay, 50 shades of tan, if you will. We have Jensen, 29, data analyst, another Gemini. Oh my God, the house might combust with all of the Geminis. It's taking my breath away, quite literally. After college, Jensen biked across the country from the Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles to Montauk, New York. The journey taught him a lot about himself, and he's eager to learn even more inside the pods. While Jensen is searching for a mate who can catch his speed, she doesn't need to be able to bike from coast to coast in just 2 months, okay, humble brag, or quickly recite the alphabet backwards. He's ready for a sobriety test, one of his own hidden talents. But she can't be lazy, as that's his biggest ick. And my biggest ick is like when a partner decides, like, I'm like, what do you define as lazy? Like, we have to like set that standard. Like, is lazy just like having, you know, a day to just watch reality TV and chill, and then the other days you get all your priorities done? Like, what is lazy? Because like, I don't want somebody watching me being like, do more. Ew, that's an ick to me. Jensen is extremely close with his 5 siblings, so ideally his partner would also be family oriented. As someone who's always smiling, Jensen's often told he's too optimistic, but he believes his glass half full approach to life is orthodox experiences like this one. Let's see what his Instagram looks like. Okay, this was his solo cross-country thing. That's actually, you know, definitely really brave to do. When I think about the stuff that men are capable of doing, I simultaneously think about the fact that and women, you know, you could do this, but we okay, this would be a scary experience for a woman to bike across the country and stay intense along the way. And that would be a huge risk to our safety. So when I think of the things that men are able to do in their lives and some of the experiences that they're able to have for themselves, I simultaneously can't help but acknowledge that must be nice. Like, it must be fucking nice. Moving right along, we have, his hair reminds me of a baby bird. So I am almost tempted to call him Baby Bird or Chicklet, but his name is Joe. He is in sales. He looks like he would be, and he is a Virgo. Joe the Virgo. Described by those closest to him as the life of the party, Joe has been known to steal the spotlight at a karaoke bar, usually singing Queen. His personable nature also serves him in his relationships, as he's most proud of being a loyal friend. I can appreciate that. Since Joe's love language is quality time, sports, going to concerts, and regularly attending his nephew's soccer games, his perfect match will not only want to join in on that family fun, but she'll be eager to nurture their connection as a couple through genuine one-on-one conversation. In the pods, Joe hopes to meet someone with whom he can go deep and share his strong faith in God. Bonus point around the house, that'll be a problem. To quote the comments, that'll get the chop. That'll get the Gordon Ramsay, the I almost just choked. Reminder to drink your water. He knows it can be a bit annoying, but remember, his ability to carry a tune line at the bar, Joe just might be able to whistle a tune to get you in there. Your voice is breaking up for me. Please let me know if it's still breaking up. It also might be because I have the hiccups. So I was a little bit going in and out. All right, Joe. Did I look at your Instagram? Definitely more attractive on his Instagram. And again, I don't know, like, I guess he looks better with facial hair as well. Bells and boots. Conservative, but I might be wrong. Oh, everyone says my mic is breaking up. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? Let me try to fix this. Okay. Is that any better for people who are live? Are you? Yeah, it is, because I unplugged it, plugged it back in. If it is breaking up, I genuinely don't know what would be the cause of that. I'll wait for the chat. To anybody who's listening after the fact on Spotify, sorry for the pauses. Breaking up. I'm going to go back and I'm going to pull up the next person that we're going to be looking at. Still off. I think it's your connection. Is it? It says I have good connection. Let's see. Let's see. Let me open up something. It says that my microphone has an update, so I'm wondering if it's that. But I'm scared to leave and update it and then nobody get back on. So tell me what you think I should do if you're able, and I'm gonna type in the chat as well. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Question. I'm wondering if maybe it was Dusty. If that helped, we may have had a solution. And if not, then I'll come back because I'm seeing the comment and say that you guys will come back, which is very kind. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Dawn, still no. Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come back. I'm just gonna leave the studio. Thank you to everybody for telling me. Okay. I'm back. Can you hear me? And could you just hear all of that? Like, I don't know how this works because I've never just gone out of a stream and then returned. I'm off and it's a movie and podcast day. Leah, why are you coughing? Because while my mic updated, I went and did some gardening, which was great for me personally. Oh, okay, wait, can you hear me? I was using the, are we live? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is my dry shampoo holding up? Those are all of the things that we want to know. Let me get myself back and acclimated and sharing my screen. For some reason, I'm not seeing the chat moving at all. So, if you haven't responded yet, completely fair. While I wait for you guys to respond, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to read my ad again because I just got a sponsor and I didn't have one before. See you fine, but voice still seems to be cracking a bit. I updated my microphone. Okay, let me try one more thing.